listening to the quiet kid in class save everyone. Juno was 8 when I first noticed something wasn't normal about her behavior at all. We were in 3rd grade math class, and as I was explaining fractions, I looked over and saw her staring intensely at our new substitute teacher, Mr. Leonard, her little arms crossed tightly across her chest. Juno, honey, can you solve number 4? I called. She didn't respond. When I walked over, I noticed her expression. It wasn't the usual daydreaming look. She was watching him like she was studying something dangerous. Juno, I touched her shoulder. She turned to me slowly and whispered, he makes the boys stay after class for bad reasons. I looked around. Mr. Leonard was helping Tommy with his worksheet, perfectly normal. There was nothing inappropriate happening anywhere. After school, Juno's mom picked her up early. Juno wouldn't go near Mr. Leonard to get her backpack. She made her mom come inside to get it while she waited by the door. That night, I dismissed it as a shy kid's overreaction to a new teacher. The next week, I heard Juno talking to her friend at recess. When I got closer, she was clearly upset. He touches their shoulders too much and stands too close, she said seriously. He asks them to help him in the supply room when no one's watching. I tried to reassure her. Mr. Leonard seems very professional, sweetie. Sometimes new teachers are just more hands-on. Juno looked at me like I was missing something obvious, but my stomach started churning anyway. I started paying more attention. Juno would tense up whenever Mr. Leonard entered our classroom. She'd position herself near the door during his visits. At lunch duty, she'd watch him from across the cafeteria with laser focus. Other teachers loved him. He was charming, helpful, always volunteering for extra duties. He'd bring coffee for the staff and stay late to help struggling students. When I mentioned Juno's concerns to the principal, she brushed it off. Juno's always been anxious about male authority figures, she said dismissively. Her parents went through a difficult divorce last year, but that didn't explain Juno's specific observations. She'd started keeping a mental list of which boys he'd called to his desk, how long they stayed, what excuses he used. What worried me most was how serious she was about it all, like she was protecting everyone from something nobody else could see. Miss Johnson, why won't you believe me? She asked one afternoon after class. I can tell when grown-ups are pretending to be nice. I didn't have a good answer. When spring parent conferences came around, things escalated. Juno refused to be in the building if Mr. Leonard was there. Her mom had to reschedule 3 times because Juno would have panic attacks at the thought of running into him. We tried talking to the school counselor, suggesting Juno might need help adjusting to new people. The counselor recommended exposure therapy to help her get comfortable around male teachers. I was grading papers one evening when I got a call from another parent. Their son had finally opened up about feeling uncomfortable with Mr. Leonard. Inappropriate questions, unnecessary physical contact, being isolated from other students during help sessions. My blood went cold. The investigation revealed Juno had been right about everything. Multiple boys came forward once the first one spoke up. They all confessed that Mr. Leonard had been slapping them, hurting them, taking out his anger on them, and would make them wear wigs due to his own childhood trauma. He enjoyed breaking their spirits. Mr. Leonard was arrested within a week. During his questioning, investigators found he'd been carefully selecting targets. Quiet boys who wouldn't speak up, kids from troubled homes, students who struggled academically. That's when I realized Juno wasn't being dramatic or anxious. She was reading warning signs the rest of us had missed or ignored. Instead of dismissing her instincts, I should have been listening. When Juno returned to school after the news broke, she didn't say I told you so. She just asked if the boys were okay now. Her anxiety disappeared once he was gone. Last month, Juno noticed a delivery driver acting strangely around the school fence during recess. She quietly told me about his pattern of timing and where he positioned himself. Security reviewed the footage and discovered he'd been taking photos. When I asked how she knew to watch him, she looked at me seriously. Miss Johnson, bad people have a feeling around them. Don't you notice when something's wrong? I'm still learning to trust my students' instincts over adult assumptions. Some observations are more important than others, but I've stopped dismissing concerns because they come from young voices. We have to start listening to those younger than us. We don't know as much as we think we do.